Good evening, I'm Norah O'Donnell, and thank you for joining us in the home stretch to Election Day. We're kicking off our coverage tonight from our state-of-the-art Election Night studio in New York City's Times Square. As America decides, with just 4 days to go, nearly 70 million votes have already been cast in person or through the mail. Tonight, both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are in battleground Wisconsin, holding dueling rallies about 6 miles apart in Milwaukee. But much of the conversation in the last day of this campaign has been about a woman whose name isn't even on the ballot, former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney. Trump compared her to a warmonger last night and then leaned into violent rhetoric, suggesting she should see how it feels with 9 rifle barrels pointing at her. Well, Cheney responded today saying this is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak against them with death. Cheney has been an outspoken critic of Trump since the Capitol insurrection and has not only endorsed Harris, but has also campaigned with her. Harris calls her a true patriot. We have team coverage beginning with CBS's Nancy Cordes outside Milwaukee, where Harris is campaigning tonight. Good evening, Nancy.
Good evening, Nora. Harris's running mate Tim Walz called Trump's comments sickening today, but Trump is not walking them back. In fact, a short time ago, he went even further, calling Cheney a disgrace and claiming she kills people.
This must be disqualifying.
Standing on the tarmac at the Dane County Airport, Vice President Harris accused her opponent of taking his language to new extremes.
He has increased his violent rhetoric and in great detail, suggested rifles should be trained on former Representative Liz Cheney.
She was referring to this moment in Glendale, Arizona, in which Trump took aim at Republican Liz Cheney.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Cheney is a longtime Trump critic and helped to lead the congressional committee that examined his role in the January 6th insurrection.
No man who would behave that way at that moment in time can ever serve in any position of authority in our nation again. He is unfit for any office.
Even before yesterday, Trump had promoted social media posts calling for Cheney to face a military tribunal. The Trump campaign said today that what Trump meant is that, quote, warmongers like Liz Cheney are very quick to start wars and send other Americans to fight them. But this isn't the first time the former president has used violent rhetoric.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
We asked voters in Waukesha, Wisconsin, what they think.
I believe that when people speak like this, they ought to be put into a parochial school and be punished for it like a 15-year-old would be.
I mean, he can be really kind of nasty on some regards, but I also know that they don't share all the not so nice things when your President Biden says that half this country is garbage.
At a union hall in Janesville this afternoon, Harris tried to steer the conversation back to the economy.
One of the things I'm doing on day one, because I can do it by executive order, is I will eliminate unnecessary degree requirements for federal jobs. And then I will challenge the private sector to do the same.
Harris campaign officials said today that their own internal polling shows that undecided voters in battleground states like this one are breaking their way in the closing days of this race. But they also said that they fully expect Donald Trump to declare victory on election night, no matter where the race stands. Nora?
Nancy Cordes in Wisconsin tonight. Thank you, Nancy.